Hey, I'm Jeff VG, and I'm so glad you found my YouTube channel. If you're passionate about music and interested in music production, then this channel is for you. There's 4 unique things to the content on this channel. The first thing is, I'm a musician, but I also ran an enterprise software consulting company. You might say I led a bit of a double life.
Whose baby is that? What's your angle? I'll buy that. Whose baby is that? What's your angle? I'll buy that.
Number 2, I have a home music recording studio, which I've had more than 20 years, and it's constantly evolving. Number 3, I'm really interested in iOS music production. For the last 2 years, and since I got my iPad, I've been really into it. It's very exciting and fun, and I have lots of good information to share. Number 4, I have POEM syndrome, which is an unusual autoimmune disorder that affects my nerves. So I have numbness in my hands and my feet. But despite those abilities, I'm still doing everything that I can within music. Let me do a bit of a deeper dive into each one of those 4 to explain what you can expect to see on this channel. Number 1, I'm a musician, and I've been a musician my whole life. I'm a keyboard player, guitar player, I play a little bass. I've been a singer-songwriter, I like to perform, and I'm a novice home recording engineer. I have a great network of music friends that I've developed over the years who are full-time professional associates that work in the music business. I like to use Logic on a Mac. That's my preferred DAW, but I'm no stranger to Ableton, Studio One, and a lot of other music software. So from time to time, I'll do videos on how to take advantage of Logic, or I'll use examples from within Logic. Number 2, my home recording music studio. This has been an ongoing project for many years. I have a philosophy about using digital everything. I like virtual instruments, digital software consoles, and doing everything what they call in the box. A guy my age comes from a 24-track recording studio, tape history. So I'm no stranger to outboard gear and vintage synthesizers and classic guitars and amplifiers. And I can talk to that, but more importantly, I can bridge the transition from those old school technologies into modern tech. In every video I create, I try to think about that conversion from old to new and how to make that move. Number 3, iOS music production. I love my iPad. Developing beats and samples and song melody ideas. It's just a wonderful ideas machine. I'm always trying out new software that's exciting and fun. And when I do, I like to create a video about it and share that information with you. I'm a bit of an Apple fanboy, I must confess. So from time to time, I'll talk about how to take iOS music production and integrate it into your personal workflow. Number 4, I have POEM syndrome. It's a chronic neurological disorder that affects my hands and the nerves in my feet. It's been part of my mission, part of my journey to overcome those disabilities and still participate in music production as much as I can. So I offer a perspective on technology, devices, artificial intelligence, and things that can make your job easier in the context of, for me at least, how to execute the ideas that are stuck in my brain and get them into songs. I was diagnosed with POEMs in 2018. So if you can imagine, I've got 30 plus years of music experience, proficiency on various instruments, and abilities inside the studio, but I all of a sudden had to figure out how to adapt those skills and convey that message in new ways. Fortunately, there's some great technology out there that makes it happen. Wow.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Some of my videos are opinions and advice on hot topics like sampling and social marketing for your music. You'll find videos like, did the Beatles invent sampling? Do we really need acoustic drums and drummers in the same context as before? I call this series Coda because in musical terms, if you look at classical score, the coda was a technique for repeating the ending of a song but having a different ending. And I think coda is kind of a metaphor for me of, we're going down this road, but there are some sidetracks and some other information that you really have to consider before you can finish the song. At the same time, I don't mind tackling some complex issues like artificial intelligence in music and video. I find it really interesting. And I'm happy to share a lot of advice on how to set up a home studio for your purposes or how to get into producing your own music. If you're a musician or a budding producer and you're trying to get into music, then this channel is for you. If you just love music from a listener point of view, and you want to know where that music is coming from and how it's made, then stay tuned. If you're just getting started with iOS music production on your iPhone or an iPad, then there's lots of content here that's going to help. And lastly, if you're overcoming some kind of physical disability like I am, I think you'll find the techniques and what I've learned to help you in your own journey. I offer a unique combination of those 4 things that you won't find anywhere else on YouTube. So I hope you'll subscribe, sign up, and stay tuned. Hey, you know it's annoying when people point at the camera like that? It's kind of a Mick Jagger move. The pointing, the pointing.